Hello guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. It's your boy Elzenitho. Yeah, it's been a while and I've been very busy with work and stuff, and with a lot of stuff going on in Nigeria. It's just best for us to, take it one step at a time. Anyways, today we are going to be doing something very simple. I learned this over the week while I was working on a tax at Crafter Studio. That's my workplace. So I learned it and I was like, okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. So there's a way I've always like created GIFs, like GIF on Photoshop. And when it comes to the rotating of things, there's usually this way I go about it where I just, from the first frame to the last frame, I just tilt it. Then like there's a simpler way to achieve that, right? So I'm going to show you how to achieve that um, using a more sophisticated concept, right? So yeah, let's just jump right into it. We have Photoshop. We're going to open a new file, right? Let's work with 2000 by 2000, or let's work with 2000 by 2500, right? And for our background color, let's just work with something like this, and we'll press OK. So this is our concept, right? Now, a very simple design. The idea is to show you what we want to create. So the idea is to animate this bulb to go round, right? Like to rotate. But there's an easier way to do it. But I've been doing it, wrong for a very long time. There's a very simple way to do it. First, let's work on our color, because we need a very we need a light color, yeah, something like this. Alright, so we're going to stick with this and we're going to call this tennis ball, right? So we have everything that we need. No, we don't have everything yet. We need to put in at least a bit of text so that it's not just going to look like a very plain design kind of. So let's assume we have the ball here, just like so. You know me, I don't like just jumping straight into animating stuff. I just want to ensure that it looks pretty cool. And so we are going to quickly add a bit of light. So let's select the color and choose the lighter shade of that color. Then take your brush and just increase the size and dab, yeah, something like this. Now then, let's take our text too and just write open tennis court 2023. I don't know what that means. I just assume it would make sense. So for our font, let's just work with Bebas. Let's work with Bebas for our font. So yeah, we're working with this, and I'm going to make it bigger so you can see what I just wrote, right? Yeah, so this is what I just wrote. Open tennis court. I'm already spending unnecessary time on this. But yeah, it's just to ensure that our design doesn't just look plain. So I'm just going to make it, yeah, something like this. If you want to properly align your text, you just select the text, select the last layer, and you come down here and you hold on align horizontal center, and it automatically places for you at the center. So for our text, I'm going to just go with let's choose a different color other than black. Let's see if we can get something, yeah, something like this. And then we duplicate. To duplicate is Ctrl J. We duplicate, yeah, something like this. So this is exactly what we are just going to stick with, right? This is what we want. All we want to do now is just to, I want to show you how to animate the ball, to rotate the ball in a very, very simple and fast way. So let's say you want to create something like a car, like you design a car on Photoshop and you want to just animate the tire to look like as if it's actually rolling and save it as GIF. Very, very simple. So what you want to do is, as usual, to animate, you go to your window menu, and you choose timeline. Select timeline, and when you come down to timeline, anything you want to animate, ensure that it is currently it's currently a smart object. So to change it to smart object, you can just select the ball and you see here smart object, right? And this is, since that's the only thing we are animating, we are going to leave the rest as it is. So to animate, the first thing you want to do is click on create timeline. We have create frame animation, but what we are interested in is the video timeline. So when you create the timeline, all this would be listed here. So let's create. So you can see that we have our timeline and we have each layers here properly represented here. What we are concerned with is the tennis ball. Now there's a very, very simple way. On a normal day I would have told you to open, transform, select, then turn like this, then press enter, then turn again, then turn again, then press enter, and you know, like that you keep turning. I mean, you're just wasting time. It's also effective, but it's not going to be perfect. So when it loops, it doesn't go back to the perfect way it was, so it doesn't look properly, right? So but if I play it, it still works, but the looping would always look terrible, and that's not what you want, right? You want it to by your loop like looks very, very clean, right? Now to do that, right, what you want to do is very simple. When you've ensured that you've created your timeline and all, just open down this menu. You will see your transform, opacity, and style. Now just enable a keyframe. Ensure that your time is at 0.00. So enable this keyframe. You will see this here. Now just drag it to the midpoint, which is this part, or drag it to any point. So I'm going to work with the midpoint, right, which is this part. Now come down to properties. If you can't find properties, go to your windows and look for properties. This is properties. So if you click on properties, you will just see this here. Now on properties, you want to change your angle from 0.00 to what? 180. And the moment you change this, it becomes like it adds a new keyframe, right? Then the next thing is to drag it to the end and also change it back to 0 degrees, and you are done animating. So when you play back your animation, it rotates, and also the loop is very, very clean. Like when you loop it, it's so clean because it just keeps rotating. Just watch, it just keeps rotating, just like so. You can see no form of glitch, no form of movement or whatsoever. It just rotates, and so it makes things very, very easy. It makes your work very, very clean, and you know, you're able to have a very, very clean design. So yeah, that's basically all about today's tutorial. It's a very, very simple one and a straightforward one. If this resonates with you, I would like you to, you know, give me a like, comment, and also subscribe. And you know, you can always drop in the comments if you would love me to probably work on something or probably explain something. You probably saw a design somewhere and you would love me to replicate. You can let me know. So yeah, see you next time.